Today, we're diving into a topic that has been a growing concern for families worldwide and can affect anyone, especially as we age: the early signs of dementia. Did you know that around 55 million people are currently living with some form of dementia, according to the World Health Organization? Even more concerning, many of these signs can go unnoticed until the condition has progressed significantly. In this video, you'll learn about 6 early signs of dementia that should never be ignored. Recognizing these signs early can make a huge difference in the quality of life for those affected and in the support their families can provide. But before we get started, have you liked this video yet? The more likes this video gets, the more YouTube will share it with people who may not have access to doctors or hospitals. Also, don't forget to share it with your friends and family. Your actions could save lives. So, hit that share button now. And tell me, do you struggle with memory issues or think you might? Where are you watching from? Drop it in the comments below. 6 early signs of dementia now. Let's dive into the signs you need to know. Each of these may seem minor at first, but together they could indicate that something isn't right. Pay close attention. 1. Changes in posture and movement. Have you noticed someone walking slower or with a hunched posture for no apparent reason? This could be a sign that the brain is struggling to coordinate movements. It might include frequent stumbling or difficulty maintaining balance. 2. Sensory changes. Issues with vision or hearing could be more than just a sign of aging. For example, if someone begins complaining that things seem blurry or has trouble distinguishing sounds, it could be a warning sign. Our senses are directly connected to the brain, and changes in them can signal deeper problems. 3. Muscle weakness. Opening a jar, carrying a bag, or even lifting a lightweight object might suddenly feel like a challenge. This happens when communication between the brain and muscles isn't working properly. Additionally, the person might experience tremors or stiffness in certain parts of the body. 4. Sleep problems. People with dementia often begin to have trouble sleeping. This might include insomnia, waking up multiple times during the night, or even feeling drowsy during the day. Sleep is crucial for brain recovery, and a lack of it can worsen symptoms. 5. Loss of interest. Someone who once loved hobbies like gardening or cooking might suddenly lose interest. This isn't laziness, but a reflection of brain changes affecting motivation and pleasure. 6. Difficulty with words. Mixing up names, forgetting simple words, or using confusing phrases can be one of the earliest signs of Alzheimer's. It's as if the brain struggles to access the language file. This can be deeply frustrating for the person experiencing it. 10. Symptoms of moderate to advanced dementia. As dementia progresses, its symptoms become more severe, significantly impacting the lives of the affected individual and their loved ones. Here are the main signs observed during these stages. 1. Short-term memory problems. The person may forget recent events, such as what they had for breakfast or important appointments. This memory difficulty can cause confusion and frustration for both the patient and their family members. 2. Difficulty following conversations. During a conversation, the individual may lose track of what's being discussed, forget what they were saying, or struggle to understand others. This often results in frequent interruptions or disconnected responses. 3. Mood or behavioral changes. The person may become irritable, anxious, or even depressed without an apparent reason. In some cases, there may be sudden outbursts of anger or inappropriate behavior in social situations. 4. Difficulty making decisions. Simple tasks, such as deciding what to wear or eat, can become overwhelming. The individual may take a long time to make decisions or require constant assistance to choose. 5. Loss of sense of time. Forgetting the current day, month, or even year is common. The person may also get lost in places they once knew well. 6. Repeating questions due to memory loss. The person might ask the same question multiple times within a short period, forgetting they already received an answer. 7. Disorientation. They may become lost even in familiar locations, such as their own home, or forget how they arrived at a certain place. 8. Misplacing items. It's common to find objects like keys in the refrigerator or shoes in the oven. This happens because the person may forget where items belong or their intended purpose. 9. Hallucination. Some individuals may start seeing or hearing things that aren't there. These hallucinations can be frightening for both the patient and those around them. 10. Urinary or fecal incontinence. In the advanced stages, The individual may lose control of their bladder and bowels, requiring more intensive care. For Alzheimer's disease, the most common form of dementia, these advanced symptoms tend to be progressive and irreversible. In these stages, the brain is so compromised that basic functions, such as recognizing familiar faces or performing daily activities, become impossible without assistance. This highlights the importance of medical care and providing both emotional and practical support for the patient and their family. What is dementia? Dementia is a term used to describe when the brain begins to struggle with tasks that were once simple. This can include forgetting names, having difficulty making decisions, or even losing track of conversations. It's as if certain parts of the brain are worn out, making communication between neurons harder. The most common type of dementia is Alzheimer's disease, but there are others, such as vascular dementia, which occurs when blood flow to the brain is compromised, and Lewy body dementia, which can cause hallucinations and changes in movement. Each type has its own characteristics, but what they all share is the profound impact on the patient's life and those around them. So, what causes Alzheimer's, for instance? This disease is caused by the buildup of substances in the brain, such as protein plaques, which disrupt neuron communication. Over time, this gradually affects memory, language, and even personality. While aging is a risk factor, it's important to note that Alzheimer's is not a natural part of aging. Not all older adults will develop Alzheimer's, and maintaining a healthy lifestyle can help reduce the risk of this condition. How to prevent dementia? Let's talk about prevention. Fortunately, there's a lot you can do to protect your brain. Preventing dementia isn't about completely avoiding the condition, but rather increasing your chances of maintaining a healthy brain for as long as possible. Here's how. 1. Keep your brain active. Think of your brain as a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Activities like reading, learning something new, solving puzzles, or even playing a musical instrument can make a big difference. Studies have shown that people who regularly engage their minds have a lower risk of developing dementia. So, why not start a new hobby today? 2. Get regular physical exercise. It's not just your body that benefits from a brisk walk or a dance class. Your brain does too. Exercise improves blood circulation, delivering more oxygen and nutrients to your brain. Experts say it can reduce the risk of dementia by up to 40%. You don't need to overdo it. Just 30 minutes of walking a day is a great start. 3. Maintain a balanced diet. The famous Mediterranean diet, rich in fruits, vegetables, fish, and olive oil, works wonders for brain health. This type of diet reduces inflammation and protects neurons from damage. Foods high in omega-3s, like salmon and walnuts, are also great additions. How about adding more colorful foods to your plate? 4. Manage your health. High blood pressure, diabetes, and high cholesterol can all increase the risk of dementia. That's why it's important to keep these conditions under control with regular medical checkups. Monitoring your health and following your doctor's advice are key steps to keeping your brain in top shape. 5. Get quality sleep. Sleep acts as a cleanup crew for your brain. During rest, your brain clears out toxins accumulated throughout the day. Without enough sleep, these toxins can build up and harm brain health. Prioritize good sleep. Establish a routine, avoid screens before bedtime, and keep your room dark and quiet. 6. Avoid smoking and limit alcohol consumption. Smoking damages blood vessels and restricts blood flow to the brain. Excessive alcohol intake can also harm neurons directly. Quitting these habits makes a big difference, not just for your overall health, but also for brain function. If you think you might have a health issue, if you've noticed several signs, or if you're experiencing symptoms mentioned here, consult a doctor, explain your concerns, and follow their advice. Did you enjoy the video? Don't forget to share it so more people can gain this valuable knowledge. And what will your next video be? I'll leave some recommendations so you can keep learning.